So what we're doing here to him, Cal?
Yeah, so today so basically on this car it's got an X-Force exhaust and it has its own mufflers. However, for me the mufflers make the car a little bit too quiet, so I've actually run it with straight pups before, but the straight pups is like a bit too drony for day-to-day driving. So if you come to the back and look at the cutouts that I've welded in, and with these cutouts, if you can probably just spot them with my shitty welds, when I open a vacuum switch valve, which we're hooking up now, it'll dump straight before the mufflers and give me the sound that I want, when I want. And just ignore the horrible welds, I'm going to fix that. And we're going to put in some downturns as well. So they're just like quality, or quality eBay cutouts. Which they look really solid, mind you. So that left side was the second one I did, which I think is a lot better. Like, you learn as you go away. Yeah.
So what kind of that's mild steel, is it, or stainless?
So the actual exhaust system itself is stainless, so it's blasphemy that I cut the hole into those and welded mild steel, but it didn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, it's not like people are gonna look under here much. Anyway, it's not artwork, so yeah, I don't know. Should be fine.
So let's have a closer look at the vacuum switching.
Oh yeah. So to shout out to my friend John, who's given me like all the tips on how to do this. But essentially, if you look here, this is just a normal vacuum switching valve. Like, you get them on Supras, on the, I guess the twins. They'll have something similar like this, or even right here. The car has a factory vacuum switch valve for the airbox, which opens this flap and closes this flap at a certain RPM. So we're literally just dummying it off there, or piggybacking the vacuum off there, and then running it to here, and I'll run it into a switch inside the car. And then we're just going to route this vacuum line down under the car, away from the heat, and just hook it up. So we'll hopefully show you what that looks and sounds like in not too long.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Remove one of the blank switches so we can make way for the switch for the cutout valves. Whenever you're ready.
Alright, so over here, there's obviously the option to route this vac line here down into the engine bay, but if you look at the gap between the motor and the actual available space, it's just really close to the exhaust manifold, and I'm going to have PP headers in a couple of days, so I feel like I should avoid that area because there's going to be heaps of heat. That rubber hose will probably melt like straight away. So I'm just going to bring it down here. I just found a hole that was already drilled into the body factory. It's underneath this splash guard, so it'll be protected by the splash guard, and then we're going to run it down here somewhere under the car to meet the rest of the vac line.
Oh,
so
there it is. I just
should be good, yeah. It's right there.
Oh yeah.
So just dummying it up. All the vac lines have been routed under the car, above the under trays, so it's all proper. Nothing's hanging down. We're just testing the switch now. So exhaust is closed, and if you go to the back of the car, you have a clip of that. PP headers in a couple of days, yeah. I reckon it'll be super loud, even with mufflers. So yeah, all these hoses are kind of at least incognito. All this gets covered up by this guy here. Too unoriginal. Everything will be covered. Obviously those wires won't be there, so you won't even know that happened. If anyone can tell, this is aftermarket right there. I'll paint it black. And our mate Dave is here.
Hey Dave, how you doing?
What do you call a motorbike hoon? A moon. There's a switch looking pretty close to OEM, or as close as it's probably going to get, unless you buy an OEM switch.
got Clint here taking off the pipe so we can weld the downturn onto it. So I feel like I finally got a bit of a decent-ish weld right there, if it focuses. Dump tubes are in and looking incognito. Yeah.
Alright, this is a test of this is exhaust closed.
Are you ready?
Yep. Looks like there was a 95 peak there. Now open now? Oh, this is gonna be loud. Shit. 107.
I'll do another full red line, ready?
Okay. 104, 105.
107
Yeah, 107 was the peak.
Sick. That's at that distance though.
Yeah. So I did a fixed distance for both.
You want me to do a like takeoff?
Yeah. Is this with the exhaust open or closed?
It's closed.
Okay, closed.
Speed limits were exceeded.
Okay, now open.
Yeah, it's awesome.